Welcome to Barb's Craft Room. Good morning. Today I'm going to show you how to make candy wrapper clusters without candy wrappers. A while back I have another video where I did make some candy wrapper clusters, and for Valentine's Day you should get a box of chocolate. If you don't, go buy yourself one because you're worth it. You can take the candy wrappers, cupcake liners, anything to make these. Well, if you don't have any of those, use what you got. And that's what I'm doing here today. I received a bunch of circles. Some are scallop circles. Someone cut them so beautifully for me out of paper, book pages. It was an amazing swap. Anyhow, I'm taking them today. I inked the edges of this one, and I used a doily, and I inked the edges of that. So let's go to this one. I made a bunch of piles of stuff, and so I wanted to show you how I did it. So I'm inking the doily. You don't have to ink it. It can be white or whatever color you have. It's up to you. And I'm going to make this on this side. So I'm gluing it down. And I'm using Scotch Create glue just along the scallop edge. And I'm going to ink the edge of this one like this side. And if you want, you can do this in a mask making event by having all your circles and then inking them all. Mask making is really fun because you make a bunch of this. Oh, look at that. I have 2 doilies. That was a mistake. Okay, well, we can fix that. And lay this on here as best as I can to line it up. And because that one didn't ink, I'm going to ink it. There we go. There. Turn that over. Push that one aside. I'm going to use it for another one. So now I have 2 of these. Mask making, you do more than 2. You do 4 or 6 or 8. Whatever. But this is not how you mask make. You mask make by doing all of the cutting and everything first, and doing all the inking first, so that when you go to layer it, it's ready to layer, like this one. That was accidental. And I didn't ink this. I could make it plain. Look at that. We're going to try one plain with no words on it. Why not? Doesn't hurt to try, right? Let's see what it turns out. Some might like it that way. That's 3. And I have 1 more. So we're going to do this as a mask together. I have 2 going that way, 2 going this way. Not that it really matters. But it's snowy here today. Hardly, it snows occasionally in Tennessee where I live, but this happens to be the Snowmageddon of this year. Right now it's about 10 degrees outside. It's kind of cold. Okay, so my next step, I have some, I think it's a ribbon that looks like a netting ribbon. And I think I'm going to tie a small string around it. Can you see me? I'm going to tie a string around the middle of it to gather it together. I have a sewing machine that it needs a bobbin, and it's my daughter's, and I don't know how to use it. And I'm too lazy to go learn. So I use what I got, and I got string to gather, and I'm going to do that to all 4 of them. And make it look like it's sewed, kind of. I do these things to show you how to use what you have rather than not participate. I really want everyone to participate in these fun little events that we create, but I don't want the excuse of, well, I don't have that, or I don't have that. You don't have to have what I have. You just have to have something. Your imagination, mostly. Imagination works wonders if you use it. What's the point of having imagination if you're not going to use it, right? So you can make something pretty with what you have. I'm sure of it. You don't have to use this tulle kind of ribbon. You can use any ribbon. And that is really pretty. I like it. So the next thing I need to do is take the little pieces of lace that I have, and I want to make them, I don't like the color, so I'm going to add a little ink to it. So I have 1, 2. They could just be little scraps of whatever you have. 3 and 4. Just little scraps. And I'm just going to try to glue this all down now. Well, no. I need to also ink. I cut some squares, and I'm fortunate enough to have some punches. I have this postage stamp punch, so when you want to make postage stamps, that works for that. And I have a little bit bigger square, and I punched the small one first, and then I punched the bigger one, and it made a frame. I wanted frames on my project, so I cut 4 frames, and I thought maybe it would be easier if they were already cut. just explain that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I know I have the fourth one here. 1, 2. Oh, here it is. Then I have some words. We all send each other these cute little words on papers. They're great to put on clusters. And if you don't have any, and you have a nice penmanship, well, guess what? You can handwrite it. Handwriting works also. But I have these, so I'm going to use these. Someone gave me a digital freebie, and my digital freebie had the words on it, so I printed it and then cut them out. I'm inking the edges of all of my parts to my cluster, but it's not mandatory. There are some people who don't ink anything. It's really up to you. And I have also these squares. I don't know where they came from. Somebody must have given them to me. But they look like tiles. And I cut a couple of those out for this. I have a butterfly and this little flower. And then I have some stickers that also, most of the stuff I have, people give me. I have some stickers, and my stickers have buttons. I don't know where that one went. That's what happens when you have a messy craft table. Let's see, let's put the scissor back. Put the scissor back. I do have a butterfly here, though. It was also given to me. So I'll put a butterfly on that one. All right, I'm closing up my ink. And now I'm going to open my Fabri-Tac. These are going to be for some more that I'm going to make. And we're going to start gluing down what I have. I don't want this squished up as much as I have it, you know? So I'm opening it up a little. And I'm going to put some glue in the middle, like that. Lay it down. Then I'm going to add my mom's tablecloth. That's what this is. My mom had a lacy tablecloth that had holes in it. And so it's very vintage. No rhyme or reason how to put it down. I'm just putting it down. Your eyes like to see things in odd numbers. So when you're making a cluster, if you have an odd number of items to put on your cluster, then that's 2, and this one won't have an odd number, but I'm going to have to find an odd number. But then if each item touches the other item, if you touch the item, you know, you're touching, then it kind of keeps it as, you know, connected. It is a unit. It's a cluster together. A cluster puts them together. If that makes any sense. I know it makes sense to me. No, not pink. How about a pearl? Since I had a button here, which I don't know where it went, I'm going to use 2 or 3 pearls to finish my cluster. And put it across the butterfly. There we go. And this can be used on a page like this. You can have it poking out, and if you put, you know, all your other clusters, then you'll have lace or doily going up the side of your page. And you can have it where it will hold a tag, or it can hold other papers in there for you. It's so pretty, right? Okay, so let's finish these other ones. That's one. And just simply gluing it down like I did the other one. So are you going to join this swap and exchange clusters? You can use candy paper, or if you don't have candy paper, you don't have to use candy paper. Now I will explain to you how I created these candy papers. If you want to use candy paper. Someone sent me this one, and this one is not necessarily a candy paper, but could be, or a cupcake liner. They put cupcake liner, a doily, some strips of paper, and the word dream across it. That works. These were black, and I painted gesso on them, and I added lace, the doily from my mom's tablecloth, some tulle, a person's face, and looks like some stickers, some words. That one says chip off the old block. Your words can be whatever you want them to be. So let's put this one here. These are turning out beautiful. And it seems that on this one, I also have 4. So I'm going to have to add one more. And this one, what was I thinking? Could be a flower. Let's put a flower. A flower. There we go. Beautiful. Yes? Then, and there's another one I did. This one has 3 circles, has the candy paper, a circle of book page, a picture circle, the flower circle, butterfly, and those teeny tiny words that you can also cut out of a magazine. And when you cut them out of the magazine, you can add them to paper and create a word, create a word, what do you call it, tag, a word tag. We'll use word tag. That sounds good. Now, I'm just having fun here. This one's so pretty. I think I like the no words. Each one is unique. They don't have to be exactly the same, although they use the same. I'm using the same items, well, not really items, the same items with different pictures. A little birdie. That's 3 and 4, of course. This one. I think I'll use that. I'm going to use a rhinestone in this one. Pretty. So that's that one. 1, 2, 3, and we have 1 more. So here we go. Last one. I'm going to try to make this one a little bit bigger. Still together, but a little bit bigger. Okay, whatever. I don't know. Probably if I was sewed and if I had to sew it, I could probably get a better gather. I guess that's what you call it. And gather it together better. But no sew. The only sewing I do is shrugging my shoulders and saying so. So I really need to get it in gear and try to learn how to sew. I'm just lazy. This one has a key. Amazing, amazing key. Key to everything. This one has I have a button on this one, but it's still only 4. I don't know what I was thinking. I tried to put them together, but I didn't really put them together now, did I? How about a little gold? a little gold button. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really appreciate you watching my videos. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe so I can do lives. Thank you so much. Have a great day.